another MCL tournament championship. Here in Stockton Grade School, we're in the girls' consolation semifinals as Lady Panthers get the ball inside for Babcock. Pump fake up and good. Ashley Babcock gets her first points of the ball game, and it ties things up at 11. Here between the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers and the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. 7:45 left to go in the first half. Wells gets called for a foul, 14 foul, second on Wells. And it will be Ashlyn Kennedy coming in the ball game. Wells going to take a seat with those two fouls. 7:45 left to play in the first half. We're tied at 11. Here between the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers and the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. Lowry gets it at the right wing. She works against Beach. Dribbles out to the right corner, picks up her dribble, now looking to pass off. Lowry looking, gets the ball inside for Booker. Booker working against Babcock, down to the right block. Shot is up, no good. And Babcock comes away with the basketball. Jump ball called, and it will be Oakley basketball after the tie-up down there at the right block. Shelto will inbound for the Lady Plainsmen. Does so to Lowry at the right elbow. Takes one dribble, free throw line jumper, too hard, no good. Rebound tracked down by Babcock. Babcock hands it off to Soliday. Kylie up the left sideline, left to right on your radio dial, ahead to Kennedy. Kennedy's right block shot is up and good. So Ashlyn Kennedy now has 4, and it puts the Lady Panthers up 13-11 with 7:05 left to go in the first half. Johnson drives in, shot over Babcock, and Babcock going to get called for the foul. Her second personal foul, 5th Lady Panther team foul. So, Andalyn Johnson heads to the free throw line for the first time in this ball game, looking for her first points, trying to cut into this Lady Panther lead. Phillipsburg leads Oakley 13-11 with 7:01 left to go in the first half as Johnson hits the first one. So now it's a 1-point game as Jenna Hoover comes in. Ashley Babcock going to take a seat with those two fouls. Liberty Booker takes a seat, and Jamie Coleman comes back in for the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. Johnson with a chance to tie things up here. Second free throw's on its way. That one rolls out, no good. Rebounded by Schneider. So the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers remain with a 1-point lead, 13-12 with 6:55 left to go in the first half. Schneider has it, drives in, kicks out to Kennedy. Left wing three's on its way. Rolls out, no good. Rebounded by Hoover. Hoover's putback shot, no good. May have partially been blocked there by Lowry. And Lowry comes away with the loose basketball. She hands it off to Danielle Allison. Full court pressure by the Lady Panthers. Allison picks up her dribble, passes it ahead to Lowry across the timeline. Lowry drives in all the way to the basket. No good. Too hard. Rebound put back by Johnson is good. Johnson now has 3, and it puts the Lady Plainsmen back up by 1, 14-13. 6:23 and counting left to go in the first half over the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers. Ashlyn Kennedy has it for Phillipsburg. Ball gets tipped around, and Beach comes away with the loose basketball for Phillipsburg. Passes it back to Kennedy. Kennedy dribbles over to the right wing, down to the right corner to Hoover. Hoover back to Kennedy, right wing. Out front to Beach between the circles. One dribble to Soliday, left wing. Inside and now for Schneider. Back out to Soliday, left wing 3. Rattles out, no good. Rebounded by Schneider. Emily's triple team. Gets the pass off to Kennedy. Kennedy kicks it out to Beach. Beach puts up the 3. She buries it! Alexia Beach from the top of the key gets her first points of the ball game, and it puts the Lady Panthers up by 2, 16-14 with 5:45 left to go in the first half. Shelito ahead to Coleman. Coleman ahead now to Johnson. Johnson working against Hoover. Right block, blocked by Hoover, and unfortunately for the Lady Panthers, Jenna Hoover grabbed a hold of it, but she was stepping out of bounds when she did so. So it is Lady Plainsmen basketball. Ashlyn Kennedy takes the seat. Lexi Wood comes back in for the Lady Panthers. Looks like Shelto going to inbound the basketball for Oakley. She's underneath her own basket, looking, gets it into Lowry, who works against Alexi Beach. Tipped out by Wood. Wood hits the court, passes it out to Soliday. Unfortunately, Lexi going to get called for the travel as she rolled just enough to get called for that travel as she came away with a great play defensively. And the Lady Panthers saw an opening at the fast break, but gets called for the travel. She did just roll a little bit to get that pass off. So Lady Plainsmen basketball as they inbound to Johnson at the right block. Johnson, turnaround shot is good. A fade away from Johnson at the right block, and the Lady Plainsmen tie things back up at 16-all with 5:20 left to go in the first half. Phillipsburg with the basketball. Beach to Soliday. Pump fakes. Loses the handle on it. Stolen away by Shelito. Shelito has it. Picks up her dribble. Now to Lowry. Lowry hands it off to Allison. Full court pressure by the Lady Panthers as Allison works against Beach. Picks up her dribble. Now to Shelito. Shelito brings it across the timeline. Puts the ball on the court. Down to the right wing. Sees an opening. Layup for Shelito's good. Shelito saw an opening towards the basket. She took it and had a layup. Puts the Oakley Lady Plainsmen back up by 2, 18-16, 4:45 left. Half. Beach has the right wing, inside for Wood, and out of bounds it goes. It will be Oakley basketball as Kylie Russell comes back in. Meredith Jacobs comes in first time, the 5'11 sophomore, and Ava Skimper comes back in. Beach, Hoover, and Soliday all take a seat. 4:41 left to play in the first half. The Oakley Lady Plainsmen lead the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers 18-16. Here in the girls consolation semifinals of the Mid-Continent League basketball tournament. The winner moves on to the 5th place game. The loser falls to the 7th place game on Saturday. Lowry drives in for Oakley. She's going to be fouled. 16 foul on the Lady Panthers. And see who they call this one on. Fouls on the Lady Panthers. Again, their 16 foul. Shelto inbounds to Lowry. Lowry has it, shot up in the paint, left it short, goes out of bounds, and it will be Lady Panther basketball. Wood brings it up the court for the Lady Panthers with 4:20 left to go in the first half. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers trail the Oakley Lady Plainsmen by 2, 18-16. Wood has it, and going to get called for the travel. So the ball goes back to Oakley. 4:13 left to go in the first half. The Oakley Lady Plainsmen lead the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers 18-16. Danielle Allison brings it up the court for Oakley. Working against Ava Skimper. Picks up her dribble now to Allison, and she's going to step out of bounds, and it will be Lady Panther basketball. 4:05 left to play in the first half. The Oakley Lady Plainsmen lead the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers 18-16. Kylie Russell brings it up the court now. Picks up the dribble to Wood, the right wing. Wood picks up the dribble, looks inside. Looking to pass off, does so to Russell. Russell swings it around to Skimper, left wing inside for Jacobs. Jacobs out front to Russell. Russell puts the ball in the court, drives in, kicks it out to Schneider. Schneider right elbow, now puts the ball in the court. Shot is up in the paint. She's going to be fouled. This will be the 18th foul on the Lady Plainsmen, and the second on Jordan Lowry. Emily Schneider heads to the free throw line. 64% free throw shooter on the season. First one's on its way, good. So Schneider now with 3 points. Makes it 18-17 with 3:45 left to go in the first half. Oakley Lady Plainsmen lead the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers, and now we're tied at 18 all as Schneider hits the one. She's got 4 points, and again, that ties things up 18-18 with 3:40 left to go in the first half here at the girls' consolation semifinals between the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers and the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. Johnson has it down to the right corner. Shelto out now to Lowry. Lowry, right side on the dribble. Stops and pops. No good. It rattles out. Tipped in the hands of Shelto. Shelto's shot no good. Rebounded by Jacobs. Jacobs looks to outlet. Does so ahead to Lexi Wood. Wood brings it left to right on your radio dial. Across the timeline down to the left wing. Out front between the circles to Russell. They swing it around to Skimper. Right wing inside for Jacobs. Right block up and good. Skimper gets the assist. Jacobs gets the points, and the Lady Panthers go up by 2, 20-18 with 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Lowry kicks it out now to Allison, left corner. Allison drives inside to the free throw line. Picks up her dribble, puts up the shot, left to short, rebounded by Jacobs. Jacobs outlets now to Wood. Lexi Wood up the court with 2:45 left to go in the first half. Bounce pass to Skimper in the right corner, inside for Jacobs. Jacobs drives in, shot over Lowry, off the glass and good. Meredith again. Gets the pass from Skimper, makes her move towards the basket, and the Lady Panthers benefit. 4 straight points from Meredith Jacobs, and the Lady Panthers go up by 4, 22-18. We'll take a timeout. There's one on the court. You're listening to MCL tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Thank you for watching tonight's PTV broadcast of Panther basketball. Please help us to continue to put on these broadcasts of Panther sports by sending donations to Panther Television, Phillipsburg High School, 410 South 7th Street, Phillipsburg, Kansas 67661.
22-18. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers have a 4-point lead over the Oakley Lady Plainsmen after 2 assists by Ava Skimper to Meredith Jacobs. Jacobs got the points inside. Skimper with the assist, and the Lady Panthers up by 4. Lowry inside, shot no good. 17 foul on the Lady Panthers. This one's going to be on Jacobs, her first. So Lowry heads to the free throw line. She'll shoot 1-1 here. 2:24 left to go in the first half. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 22-18. Lowry getting set for her first end of the 1-1. It's on its way, and it is no good. It's rebounded by Jacobs. Outlets ahead to Skimper, now to Wood. Wood going to get called for the travel. Feet moved just a little faster than the ball did that time, and it will be Oakley basketball. 2:19 left to play in the first half. The Oakley Lady Plainsmen with the basketball as the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers have a 4-point lead, 22-18. Shelto inbounds to Allison. She brings it right to left on your radio dial across the timeline. Working against Ava Skimper. Picks up her dribble out front to Lowry, who works against Alexi Beach. Lowry down to the corner to Kuhlman. That's the right corner. Get past to Shelto. They look inside for Lowry. Can't get it to her, so they swing it back around to Johnson. Johnson on the dribble. Drives down to the baseline. Loses the handle on it. Out of bounds off the Lady Plainsmen. Lady Panther basketball. 1:57 left to go in the first half. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 22-18. Wood brings it up the court. Bounce pass ahead to Skimper in the left corner. Inside for Jacobs at the left block. Shot over Lowry. This time no good. Rebound on the backside. Hands it off and now to Allison. Allison calls out the offense with 1:40 left to go in the first half. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 22-18. Johnson has it to Shelto, right wing. They look inside for Lowry. Ball gets tipped by Beach and into the hands of the Lady Panthers. Wood has it into Hoover. Hoover ahead to Skipper. Ava brings it up the right sideline, down to the right wing. She sees an opening, drives all the way down to the baseline. Out to Jacobs. 18-footer is no good. It bounces out. Rebounded by Hoover. Hoover's putback shot goes behind the basket, out of bounds, and it will be a Lady Plainsman basketball. 1:14 left to go in the first half. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 22-18 as Kylie Soliday comes back into the game. And Alexi Wood going to take a seat. Danielle Allison brings it right to left on your radio dial for the Lady Plainsmen. Working against Ava Skimper across the timeline with 1:05 left to go in the first half. Down to Johnson, right wing. Johnson looks inside for Lowry, working hard against Beach. Johnson out front to Allison. Allison to the free throw line, kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson drives inside, shot up in the paint, and she's going to be fouled. 8th foul on the Lady. And Andelyn Johnson heads back to the free throw line. She's 1 of 2 from the line in this ball game. Fouls on Kylie Soliday, her first personal foul. Again, the 8th Lady Panther team foul. First one's on its way and rattles in for Johnson. She now has 6 points. All coming here in the second quarter as Liberty Booker comes into the game. And Jordan Lowry going to take a seat. Johnson with a chance to cut this lead down to 2. Phillipsburg leads Oakley right now 22-19 in the girls' consolation semifinals in the Mid-Con League basketball tournament. Could not hit that one, rebounded by Hoover. She hands it off to Alexi Beach. Beach brings it quickly up the court now to Soliday, left wing. Soliday looks inside. Skip past to Skimper, underneath for Hoover. Hoover tracks it down on the right baseline. Looks to pass out, does so to Beach, right wing. Beach fakes right, goes left. Kicks it out to Soliday, left wing. Inside for Jacobs, left block. One dribble, hook shot off the glass, no good. Rebound put back by Hoover. She's headed to the free throw line. 9th foul on the Lady Plainsmen. 27 seconds left to go in the first half. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 22-19. So Hoover at the free throw line. First one's on its way and no good. That foul's on Alexis Shelto, her second personal foul. Again, the 9th Lady Plainsmen team foul. Hoover getting set for the second one. On its way, left that one short. Rebound put back by Jacobs. Too high off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Hoover. Hoover's put back, no good. Rebounded by Booker for the Lady Plainsmen. She hands it off to Danielle Allison with 15 seconds left to play in the first half. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead at 22-19. Allison has it, picks up her dribble, guarded tightly by Kylie Soliday, down to the corner to Booker. Booker picks up her dribble, out to the right corner to Shelto, tipped out by Beach. Shelto at the buzzer, no good. And we do have a foul, so Alexis Shelto going to head to the free throw line to end this first half. 9th foul on the Lady Panthers. And it's going to be the first on Alexi Beach. So Alexis Shelto heads to the free throw line. Coach Miller thinking that, well, there's zeros on the board, but the buzzer never sounded. Shichelito puts up the first one, hits it. She now has 3 points. Makes it 22-20. Getting set for the second one, and that one good as well. Now has 4 and has a chance to tie things up. I guess she was shooting a 3-pointer on that shot. So Shichelito's third and final one ties things up at 22 all. And that's going to do it for the first half with the game tied at 22 all here between the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers and the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back to wrap up the first half right after this. You're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Choose USA Clean Fuels.
It boosts power and is better for the environment.
Using USA Fuels because it saves the taxpayers money.
I want to support the corn growers, the local economy, and I really save a lot of money.
My journey uses flex fuel and I love it that it's local and it saves me money.
Thank you for choosing USA Clean Fuels.
Thank you for watching tonight's PTV broadcast of Panther basketball. Please help us to continue to put on these broadcasts of Panther sports by sending donations to Panther Television, Phillipsburg High School, 410 South 7th Street, Phillipsburg, Kansas 67661. Go Panthers!
And welcome back here at halftime. We are tied at 22 in the consolation semifinals of the girls' backside of the bracket. We are tied at 22 here between the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers and the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. Lady Plainsmen led 11-9 after the first quarter. The Lady Panthers then outscored the Lady Plainsmen 13-11 in the second quarter to again tie things up at 22 all. Taking a look at the scoring. First for the Lady Plainsmen, 2 points for Jordan Lowry. It is 6 points for Andalyn Johnson. 5 points for Alexis Shichelito. She hit 3 free throws there at the end of the first half to go into halftime. She was fouled as time was expiring. Also with points tonight for the Lady Plainsmen so far, 5 points for Danielle Allison, 2 points for Liberty Booker, and 2 for Jamie Coolman. For the Lady Panthers, it's 3 points for Alexi Beach, 4 for Meredith Jacobs, 3 for Kristen Wells, 4 for Ashlyn Kennedy, 4 for Emily Schneider, and 2 for Ashley Babcock. So we're going to take time out, and we'll be back to take a look at the brackets right after this. You're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web. And welcome back at halftime. The game is tied here between the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers and the Oakley Lady Plainsmen at 22-all. We have an update from the other gym in the high school. The Ellis Lady Railers out to an early lead over the Plainville Lady Cards 23-12. Also, we do know that after the first quarter, the Norton Lady Jays up on TMP in the girls championship semifinal from Trigo 23-5. So there's a quick update for you there. Again, the Norton Lady Jays lead TMP 23-5 after one, and Ellis leads Plainville after or at halftime 23-12. So some good games going on tonight in the Mid-Continent League tournament. We do know, Mark let us know that the Lady Longhorns of Thunder Ridge jumped out to an early 17-0 run to start the championship game there against Osborne in the MPL championship game. The boys' action going to be Osborne against St. John's Boy Tipton coming up later on this evening there from Lincoln High School. So some area schools putting in the action tonight. And again, the Thunder Ridge, the Lady Longhorns jumped out to an early 17-0 lead, and not sure where they are at in that ball game. But again, at halftime in the other gym, and here in Stockton, the Ellis Lady Railers lead the Plainville Lady Cards 23-12. The winner of our game plays the winner of that game. The loser of our game plays the loser of that game in the seventh place game on a Saturday afternoon. Also in the championship semifinals in Trigo, the Norton Lady Jays lead the TMP Lady Monarchs 23-5 after the first quarter. And again, the Phillipsburg Panthers did defeat the Plainville Cardinals 68-45. We're going to take our final 2 minutes. When we come back, we'll take a look at the second half and bring you third quarter action. You're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web. And welcome back to Stockton Grade School. Jesse Ray with you as we get set for the second half of this girls consolation semifinals matchup. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers and the Oakley Lady Plainsmen tied at 22-all. Also want to let you know that at halftime in the other gym, the consolation semifinals on the girls side, that other matchup, Ellis is up on Plainville at halftime 23-12. And the last update we had from Trigo, Norton Lady Jays up on TMP 23-5 after the first quarter. It will be Lady Panther basketball to start the third quarter. They go right to left on your radio dial. Wells, Soliday, Beach, Schneider, and Babcock for the Lady Panthers. It is Allison along with Johnson, Renner, Coleman, and Lowry for the Lady Plainsmen as Schneider shot in the paint, no good. Rebounded by Lowry. She hands it off to Danielle Allison. Allison calls out the offense, bringing it left to right on your radio dial for the Lady Plainsmen. Ahead to Renner. Renner Back to Lowry between the circles. Lowry working against Alexi Beach, gets a screen out front from Coleman, jump stop, picks up her dribble now to Renner, right wing, guarded there by Wells, picks up her dribble in the right corner, looks the pass off, still looking, gets it inside for Coleman. Coleman kicks it out to Allison, right wing. 7:23 and counting left to go in the third quarter. They look inside for Coleman. Ball gets tipped by Babcock, stolen away by Babcock. She brings it back up to Kylie Soliday. Soliday up to the left wing, out front to Babcock, around to Wells, right wing. Wells looks inside, lets the offense set up, down to the right corner. Goes Wells, now to Schneider in the paint. Pump fakes at the right block. Shot is up, no good. It rattles out, rebounded by Johnson. She hands it off to Allison. Danielle Allison brings it up the court for the Lady Plainsmen. Ahead now to Renner. Renner, right wing, works against Wells, gets a screen from Coleman, now to Lowry. Lowry stops and pops, shot over Beach, no good, misses everything, rebounded by Kylie Soliday. Soliday, right to left on your radio dial, ahead to Beach on the right baseline. Kicks it inside for Babcock. Babcock, shot blocked by Lowry. Lowry fighting for the basketball. It's picked up by Johnson at the left block. She hands it off to Danielle Allison, and the Lady Plainsmen bring it back the other way. 6.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. We remain tied at 22 all here between the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers and the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. Johnson has it at the left wing, drives all the way down, left block, shot is up, no good. Rebound tracked down by Kylie Soliday, and she leads the break for the Lady Panthers. Ball quickly up the court to Beach. Beach pump fakes, shot is up, right block, no good. Rebound put back by Babcock. Counted, she's on line for an and one. Babcock gets the 2 points, and the Lady Plainsmen pick up their first team foul here in the second half, and it's on Andalyn Johnson, her first. Babcock with a chance to put the Lady Panthers up by 3. It's on its way, and good. So Ashley Babcock now has 5, and the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead by 3, 25-22 over the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. 6 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Danielle Allison ahead to Lowry. Lowry back to Allison left wing, inside for Lowry, left block, shot up and good. So Lowry now has 4 points, and the lead is now 25-24. Wells underneath the basket, no good. Rebound put back by Babcock is good. Babcock has 7, and the Lady Panthers go up by 3, 27-24 over the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. 5:35 left to go in the third quarter. Renner has it right wing, gets a screen from Coleman there, drives down to the free throw line, kicks it back out to Johnson right wing. She looks at the basket, now gets a screen from Coleman, stolen away by Beach. Beach brings it quickly up the court, right to left on your radio dial, all the way in, jump stop in the paint, shot up and good. Beach has 5 points, and the Lady Panthers lead at 29-24. Looks like officials timeout here. Officials timeout as Lexi Beach needed to tie her shoe. Now it looks like we're ready to get back to action here. 5:17 left to go in the third quarter. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 29-24. Oakley basketball as Danielle Allison brings it up the court, left to right on your radio dial, across the timeline. 5:10 and counting left to go in the third quarter. Again, a 5-point Phillipsburg Lady Panther lead, 29-24 over the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. They look inside for Lowry, stolen away by Babcock. Ahead to Beach. Alexi brings it up the left sideline, all the way down to the left wing, into the free throw line, kicks it out to Wells, right corner. Long two's on its way, rattles out, no good. Fighting for the rebound, out of bounds it goes. And it's going to be last touch by the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. Phillipsburg basketball. 4:51 left to go in the third quarter. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 29-24. They inbound to Schneider. The left elbow kicks it out to Wells. Left corner three's on its way. No good. And it's rebounded by Johnson. Johnson hands it off to Allison for Oakley. She'll bring it up the court. Walks it across the timeline with 4:38 left to go in the third quarter. Danielle Allison sees an opening, drives all the way down. Right block, shot is up, and she's going to be fouled. First team foul on the Lady Panthers. And it's going to be Emily Schneider getting called for the block. Her first personal foul. Danielle Allison heads to the free throw line. Going to try to cut into this Lady Panther lead. 4:34 left to go in the third quarter. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead at 29-24 as Allison hits the first one. She now has 6 points. Makes it 29-25, a 4-point Lady Panther lead. Danielle Allison going to try to make it a 3-point game and cannot, misses that one, rebounded by Beach. Beach ahead to Schneider, now back to Beach. Beach across the timeline with just under 4.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Beach inside for Babcock, right block, double teamed up and good. Babcock still finds a way to split the defense. She was double teamed on the block and able to find the basket. Ashley now has 9, 7 of them coming here in this third quarter. That puts the Lady Panthers up 31-25. So they look inside for Danielle Allison. Her shot off the glass, no good. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be a foul on Jamie Coleman. Her second personal foul, second Lady Plainsman team foul. 4:05 left to play in the third quarter. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 31-25. Ashlyn Kennedy comes in for the Lady Panthers. Kylie Soliday going to take a seat. Emily Schneider going to take a seat, and Jenna Hoover comes into the ball game. It looks like Liberty Booker back into the game for the Lady Plainsmen, and Jamie Coleman taking a seat with that second foul. Beach has it for Phillipsburg. Now out front to Kennedy. Back to Beach, right corner. She's going to drive the baseline, and ref says feet moved a little quick that time. Gets called for the travel, and it will be Oakley basketball. 3:55 left to go in the third quarter. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 31-25. Danielle Allison brings it up the court. Going to be picked up at half court by Ashlyn Kennedy. Back around now to Johnson. To Lowry, top of the key. Tipped out by Beach, and they're going to say Beach got her with a foul. It's Alexi's second personal foul, second Lady Panther team foul. 3:44 left to play in the third quarter. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 31-25. Coleman comes back in. Booker going to take a seat for Oakley. Johnson going to inbounds in front of the scorer's table. Inbounds to Allison, inside for Lowry. Loses the handle on it, picked up by Coleman out front now to Renner. Jada Renner with it on the dribble, now out front to Allison. 3:34 and counting left to go in the third quarter. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead it 31-25. Allison kicks it out to Renner, through her legs, out of bounds, and it will be Phillipsburg Lady Panther basketball. 3:28 left to play in the third quarter. Timeout called. We'll take one with them as the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead at 31-25. You're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Thank you for watching tonight's PTV broadcast of Panther basketball. Please help us to continue to put on these broadcasts of Panther sports by sending donations to Panther Television, Phillipsburg High School, 410 South 7th Street, Phillipsburg, Kansas 67661.
And welcome back to
Go Panthers.
Stockton Grade School. Jesse Ray with you. Girls consolation semifinals in the Mid-Continent League basketball tournament. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 31-25. Some quick updates for you at the half. Norton leads TMP 38-12 at the half. That's on the girls' championship semifinals. And a quick update: Thunder Ridge leads Osborne at the half 26-14. So looking here, it looks like it's going to be Kennedy, Beach, Wells, Babcock, and Hoover on the court for the Lady Panthers. Renner, Allison, Coleman, Lowry, and Johnson for the Lady Plainsmen. Lady Panther basketball out of the timeout. Babcock has it. Tries to swing it out to Wells. Wells comes up with the loose basketball. Beach left wing three's on its way. No good. It rattles out. Fighting for the rebound. And they're going to call Ashley Babcock on her third personal foul and the third Lady Panther team foul. Meredith Jacobs getting set to come into the ball game. She'll come in. Babcock going to take a seat with those three fouls. 31-25 the score. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. 3:10 left to go in the third quarter of this consolation semifinals game. The winner plays in the 5th place game on Saturday. The loser in the 7th place game. Danielle Allison looks at the three, doesn't take it, passes it back inside for Lowry. Her shot no good. Altered by Meredith Jacobs as Coleman comes away with the rebound. Her put back too hard, no good. Rebounded by Wells. Kristen Wells quickly up the right sideline, working against Lowry. Now Lowry backs out. Wells down to the right corner to Hoover. Hoover back out front to Wells. Now to Beach left side, down to the left corner to Kennedy. Inside for Jacobs. Left block over Lowry. Lowry's going to get called for her third personal foul. And the third Lady Plainsman team foul as Meredith Jacobs head to the free throw line. 31-25 is our score. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. 2:39 left to go in the third quarter here, the girls' consolation semifinals. Jacobs' first free throw is on its way and good. So Meredith now has 5. Looks like Shelto back in for the Lady Plainsmen. Booker back in as well. Coleman and Renner both take a seat. Jacobs left that one short, no good. Rebound tracked down by Allison. Allison calls out the offense with 2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 32-25. Allison has it in the right corner and going to have an illegal screen on Liberty Booker, her third personal foul, fourth Lady Plainsmen team foul. 2:26 left to play in the third quarter. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 32-25 here in the girls' consolation semifinals. Last we knew that other game was at, we had an update at halftime. Ellis was leading Plainville 23-12 at halftime of that other consolation semifinals game going on right now in the high school gym. Lady Panther basketball after the foul on Liberty Booker for the Oakley. Ashlyn Kennedy has it for Phillipsburg, now out front to Beach. Alexi Beach picks up her dribble, looking to pass off. Gets a bounce pass to Wells left, and they look inside for Jacobs. Just couldn't quite hold on to that one. Out of bounds it goes, and it will be Oakley basketball. Right look, just out of Jacobs' reach, just enough that she couldn't come down with it. Out of bounds it goes, and it will be Lady Plainsmen basketball. 2:03 left to go in this third quarter. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead it 32-25. Shelto has it right corner for Oakley. Kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson right wing. She's going to drive down to the baseline. Shot over Jacobs. Jacobs may have partially blocked that one. Ball is up for grabs, and the Lady Panthers come away with it. Beach has it on the fast break. Drives inside. Picks up her dribble in the paint. Ball gets tipped out of her hands in the hands of Ashlyn Kennedy. Out of bounds it goes, and it will remain Lady Panther basketball. Danielle Allison, the last one to touch it. Kylie Soliday, Kylie Russell, and Ava Skimper all in the ball game for the Lady Panthers. Wells, Beach, and Kennedy all take a seat. Russell will inbound the basketball. Minute 40 left to play in the third quarter. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 32-25. Russell inbounds to Jacobs. Jacobs going to get called for a travel. She was trying to pass it out. And it will be Oakley basketball. Shelto inbound to Danielle Allison. Allison brings it up the court, left to right on your radio dial. Minute and a half left to play in the third quarter. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 32-25. They give it to Lowry, right wing. Lowry drives inside. Shot is up, no good. Rebound tracked down by Booker at the left block. Booker shot up, no good. Rebound fought for. Johnson puts up the shot, and she's going to be fouled. Fourth team foul on the Lady Panthers. And see who they call this one on. That is, again, the fourth team foul on the Lady Panthers and the second on Ava Skimper. So, Johnson at the free throw line. First one's on its way. Good. She now has 7 points and makes it 32-26. Johnson getting set for the second one now. On its way. That one no good. Rebounded by Jacobs. Now it's ahead to Kylie Soliday, and Soliday brings it up the court. Picks up her dribble, looking to pass off. Does so to Russell in the left corner. Russell drives the baseline inside for Hoover. Hoover kicks it out, and it's stolen away by Johnson. Andolyn Johnson on the fast break, one-on-one with Kylie Soliday. Right block shot, no good. Rebound fought for, and going to have a foul called. Foul's going to be on the Lady Panthers, their fifth team foul. And it's going to be on Kylie Soliday, her second. So Shelto at the free throw line. She's 3 of 3 in this ball game. Hit all 3 of those at the end of the first half. Misses that one though. So the score remains 32-26 as Meredith Jacobs and Jenna Hoover both take a seat. Emily Schneider and Ashley Babcock both back in. Jamie Coleman comes back in for the Lady Plainsmen, and Jordan Lowry going to take a seat. 59 seconds left to play as Shelto's second free throw is good. She now has 8 points, or excuse me, 6 points. Makes it 32-27 as the Lady Panthers find Schneider at the free throw line. Takes one dribble, kicks out Soliday. Right wing three's on its way, rattles out, no good. Rebound tracked down by Babcock. Ashley looks to outlet, does so to Soliday. Right wing to Schneider at the free throw line. She'll drive inside, right block off the glass and good. Emily Schneider now has 6, and the Lady Panthers lead at 34-27. 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Danielle Allison has the right wing. Bounce pass down to Booker in the right corner. She's guarded there by Emily Schneider. Back out to Johnson. Right wing three rattles out, no good. Rebounded by Kylie Soliday. Soliday with 20 seconds left. Brings it up the court ahead to Skimper. Skimper right block up, left it short, no good. Rebound fought for, and Lady Panthers come away with it on the right baseline. That's Soliday now to Schneider. Schneider drives in, loses the handle on it. Ball gets tipped around, and Liberty Booker comes away with it. 5 seconds left, 4 seconds left, and she's going to get called for the double dribble with 2 seconds left. Here in the third quarter, the Lady Panthers regain possession of the basketball. They lead 34-27 over the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. As Kylie Russell going to take a seat. And Kristen Wells comes back into the ball game. Skimper to inbound. Looking, gets it into Wells. Wells between the circles at the buzzer, and that's going to do it. The Lady Panthers lead at the end of 3, 34-27. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of action right after this as you're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Choose USA Clean Fuels.
It boosts power and is better for the environment.
Using USA fuels because it saves the taxpayers money.
I want to support the corn growers, the local economy, and I really save a lot of money.
My journey uses flex fuel, and I love it that it's local and it saves me money.
Thank you for choosing USA Clean Fuels.
And welcome back to Stockton Grade School. Jesse Ray with you for the girls' consolation semifinal matchup. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 34-27 at the end of 3. Lady Plainsmen basketball. Shelto inbounds it to Johnson. Johnson letting the offense set up here. Dribbles to the top of the key, picks up her dribble there. Now to Allison. Allison down to the right baseline. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Babcock. Out to Kylie Soliday. Soliday quickly up the court ahead to Wells. Wells picks up her dribble, and she's going to get called for the travel, as it will be. Lady Plainsmen basketball now. 7:43 left to go in this ball game. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 34-27. Lady Plainsmen basketball after the turnover. Danielle Allison brings it left to right on your radio dial across the timeline. Ahead now to Johnson. Johnson gets a screen, dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it out to Shelto. Shelto picks up her dribble, hands it off to Lowry. Lowry picks up her dribble, kicks it out to Johnson left wing. Gets a screen from Lowry there, kicks it all the way down the right corner to Shelto. She'll drive in, and going to be a foul called here. 16 foul on the Lady Panthers. And it's going to be on Emily Schneider. Her third personal foul. Inbounds pass gets stolen away by Kylie Soliday as she splits the defense. Brings it all the way down to the top of the key. Jump stop there. Passes it out to Beach, right side. Back out front between the circles to Soliday. Now to Wells. Down to the left corner to Babcock. Skip pass out front to Soliday between the circles with 7:05 left to go. Wells left wing. Back out front to Soliday. Inside for Schneider at the free throw line. Looks at the basket. Doesn't take the shot. Now to Beach, right corner. Inside for Babcock. Through her hands. Tipped and stolen away by Shelto. Wells going to get called for her third personal foul. 7th Lady Panthers team foul. They'll send Alexis Shelto to the free throw line to shoot 1-1. 6:54 left to go in this ball game. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 34-27. Shelto heads to the free throw line. She's got 6 points in this ball game. First one's on its way. No good. Rebound going to be tracked down by Babcock. Head to Soliday, underneath for Beach. Left block up, and she's headed to the free throw line. This will be the 15th foul on the Lady Plainsmen. And Alexi Beach heads to the free throw line for the Lady Panthers to shoot 2. Fouls on Danielle Allison, her first. 6:48 left to play in the game. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 34-27. Beach, first one on its way, good. So Beach now has 6 points. And the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead it 35-27. Beach getting set for her second one on its way, good as well. So Beach now with 7 points, and it makes it 36-27, 6:45 left to go in the game. Consolation semifinals of the Mid-Continent League Basketball Tournament. The winner plays in the 5th place game, the loser in the 7th place game. Johnson has it now to Shelto, right wing for the Lady Plainsmen of Oakley. She drives into the paint. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Booker. Booker's putback shot, and she's going to be fouled. 8th foul on the Lady Panthers. Fouls on Wells, her 4th personal foul. 6.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. And Lexi Wood going to come in. Wells going to take a seat with those 4 fouls. 36-27, the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen here in the girls' consolation semifinals. Again, the winner plays in the 5th place game on Saturday, the loser in the 7th place game. Booker's free throw, no good. Rebound tracked down by Schneider. She hands it off to Beach, ahead to Soliday. Soliday drives in, backside pass for Wood, left block up and good. Great look for Kylie Soliday to find Lexi Wood all by herself at the left block. And Wood capitalizes, gets to her first points in the ball game, puts the Lady Panthers up by 11, 38-27 with 6:10 left to go here in the girls' consolation semifinals matchup. Shelto drives in and gonna have a foul called here. 9th team foul on the Lady Panthers. Alexis Shelto heads back to the line to shoot 2. Coach Miller wants a timeout to talk things over as that foul is on Emily Schneider, her 4th. We'll take a timeout with them as the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen here in the 4th quarter, the girls' consolation semifinals, 38-27. You're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Thank you for watching tonight's PTV broadcast of Panther basketball. Please help us to continue to put on these broadcasts of Panther sports by sending donations to Panther Television, Phillipsburg High School, 410 South 7th Street, Phillipsburg, Kansas 67661. Go Panthers!
And welcome back. 6:07 left to go in this ball game. The girls' consolation semifinals matchup. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 38-27. A quick update for you from Trigo. The Norton Lady Jays lead the TMP Lady Monarchs at the end of 3, 51-17. Shelto's first free throw is good. It rattles in. She now has 7 points. Makes it a 10-point ball game now, 38-28. Second one for Shelto is no good. Rebound fought for, still fighting for it. And Booker puts back the shot count, and she's going line for an and one. Booker's got 4. That's the 10th team foul on the Lady Panthers. Fouls on Jenna Hoover, her first. Booker at the free throw line for an and one attempt. And try to make this a 7-point game and leaves it short. No good. Rebounded by Hoover. She hands it off to Beach. Beach quickly up the court across the timeline with just under 6 minutes left to play in the ball game. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead by 8. Danielle Allison going to get called for her second personal foul. 6th Lady Plainsman team foul. Will be Lady Panther basketball out of bounds. Lexi Wood will inbound in front of the Lady Panther bench with 5:54 left to go in the ball game. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 38-30. Lexi Wood getting set to inbound. Does so to Beach. Beach picked up there by Johnson between the circles. Now to the right wing to Babcock. Babcock looks inside, now out front to Soliday. Soliday to Beach in the right corner. Soliday, one dribble, picks it up, now looks to pass off. Soliday gets the pass inside, jump stop off the glass and good. Nice lift there by Beach to find a cutting Kylie Soliday towards the basket. Took one dribble, had the jump stop, got it off the glass, and the Lady Panthers go back up by 10, 40-30. Just under 5.5 left to play in the 4th quarter. And going to have a jump ball called as Lexi Wood got her hands on the basketball as Jordan Lowry tried to drive inside. So nice defensive effort that time by Lexi Wood to cause a jump ball. And it will be Phillipsburg Lady Panther basketball. 5:25 left to go in the game. And it is a 10-point. The Lady Panther lead 40-30. Looks like maybe some blood on Kylie Soliday. So Ava Skimper comes back into the game. Soliday going to get that taken care of over on the sideline. Now it looks like we're ready to go. Beach will inbound, full court pressure by the Lady Plainsmen. Wood pushes it quickly up the court across the timeline. Bounce pass for Hoover on the left baseline, back to Wood left wing. Wood on the dribble out to Skimper right wing. Inside for Babcock, ball gets tipped around, still fighting for it. Booker comes away with the loose basketball. Booker outlets ahead to Danielle Allison. Allison brings it back left to right on your radio dial for the Lady Plainsmen. 5:05 left to go in the ball game. A 10-point Phillipsburg Lady Panther lead, 40-30. Lowry drives in, floaters up in the paint, too hard, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Babcock ahead to Beach. Beach one-on-one with Andalyn Johnson. Right block, jump stop, off the glass and good. Beach has 9, and the Lady Panthers go up by 12, 42-30. 4:45 left to go in this girls' consolation semis finals matchup. They look inside. Lowry's pass for Johnson, stolen away by Babcock, and the Lady Panthers bring it back the other way. Lexi Wood ahead to Ava Skimper, back to Wood. Wood between the circles. Going to set up the offense. 4.5 minutes left to go, and the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead by 12, 42-30. Babcock has it right wing out front to Skimper. Abel looks inside, letting the offense set up. Now to Wood, right wing. Inside for Babcock. One dribble. Right block up. No good. Too hard. Rebound. Put back by Hoover, and she's headed to the free throw line. 14th foul. Fourth personal foul on Jordan Lowry. 7th Lady Plainsman team foul. So Jenna Hoover heads to the free throw line. Going to try to extend the Lady Panther lead. 4:13 left to go in the ball game. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead at 42-30. First one's on its way for Hoover, no good. She's 1 of 5 from the free throw line in this ball game as Jamie Coleman comes back in. Also in the game is Jada Renner as Booker takes a seat and Johnson takes a seat. 4:13 left to play here. It's on its way for Hoover, no good. Rebounded by Lowry. Danielle Allison brings it up the court for the Lady Plainsmen. 4:05 left to go in the ball game. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen by 12. Pass inside for Lowry, gets tipped out by Beach. Wood hits the court with Renner, and gonna have a foul called here. And it's gonna be on Lexi Wood, her first. And it looks like Kylie Soliday had to switch out jerseys. She's now wearing number 41 as she comes back in. Must have got some blood there on her jersey. Looks like going to be heading to the free throw line to shoot two is Jada Renner. It's Kylie Soliday getting set to come back into the game now. Again, she will be wearing number 41 now as she had some blood on that right forearm just below her elbow. Got that taped up. And she'll come in after the first free throw by Jada Renner. Renner looking for her first point in the ball game. It's on its way, and it cannot find it there. As Kylie Soliday comes back into the game. And Lexi Wood going to take a seat. Renner getting set for a second free throw now. It's on its way. That one no good. Rebound, fought for, and Ashley Babcock comes away with it ahead to Soliday. Kylie gets the screen from Babcock, passes it ahead to Beach. Beach backside pass for Skimper. Skimper's shot is up and good. Skimper gets her first points of the ball game, and the Lady Panthers go up by 14, 44-30. 3:40 left to go in this girls' consolation semifinals matchup. Ball gets tipped into the hands of Renner in the left wing. She's guarded there by Soliday. Out front to Allison. She gets a screen from Kuhlman. Stops and pops in the paint. High off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Skimper. Skimper outlets ahead to Beach. Beach up the right sideline, right to left on your radio dial for the Lady Panthers. Ahead to Skimper. Skimper between the circles. Back around now to Beach. Beach dribbles out between the circles. The Skimper right wing. She looks inside. Finds Hoover at the right elbow. Hoover takes one dribble. Pump fakes. Now to Soliday. Back to Skimper. Right wing. Long two. Buries it. Long two-pointer that time by Ava Skimper puts the Lady Panthers up by 16 as she's hit the last 4 points for the Lady Panthers, and the lead extends to 16, 46-30 with just under 3 minutes left to play in this game. Again, the winner plays in the 5th place game. The loser plays in the 7th place game on Saturday. It is the Lady Plainsmen with the basketball. That's Jamie Coleman. She's in the right corner, takes one dribble. Skip pass it to Shelto. Shelto drives inside. Shot is up, no good. Left to short. Rebound put back by Coleman's no good, but she's fouled. Foul's going to be on Jenna Hoover, her second. Jamie Coleman heads to the free throw line for the first time in this game, trying to cut it into the 16-point Lady Panther lead. 2:37 left to play in the fourth quarter. The Lady Panthers lead it 46-30 over the Oakley Lady Plainsmen as Coleman misses the first one. So the score remains a 16-point Phillipsburg lead, 46-30 with 2:37 left to go in this ball game. Coleman getting set for the second one. On its way, again no good, rebounded by Babcock. She outlets ahead to Beach. Beach brings it across the timeline. Ahead to Soliday, tipped out by Lowry, and it's going to be last touch by Oakley, so it will remain Phillipsburg basketball. 2.5 minutes left to go in the ball game, and the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead it 46-30. Timeout here. Looks like we have officials timeout as Jordan Lowry needed time to tie her shoe here. 2:29 left to go in this game. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 46-30. Kylie Soliday will inbound the basketball. Soliday inbounds to Skimper. Skimper working against Renner. Over to Beach, right wing. Beach looks inside for Hoover. Now back out front to Babcock. Babcock between the circles to the left wing to Skimper. Skimper looks inside for Hoover once again. Now out front to Soliday. Soliday between the circles with just under 2:15 left to play in the game. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead by 16, 46-30. Hoover loses the handle on it. And going to have a jump ball called. It will be Oakley basketball as Hoover and Shellito getting tied up. Liberty Booker comes into the ball game. Jordan Lowry going to take a seat. 2:07 left to play in this girls consolation semifinals matchup. The winner takes on the winner of Ellis and Plainville on Saturday in the 5th place game. The loser takes on the loser of that game in the 7th place game on Saturday. Liberty Booker has it at the right elbow. Underneath for Allison. Left block shot, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Babcock comes away for the Lady Panthers. Outs ahead to Soliday. Full court pass ahead to Beach. Right block, one dribble off the glass. Counted. She's going to line for an and one. Beach has 11, and that's the 8th team foul on the Lady Plainsmen. See who they call this one on. I believe that one's going to be on Shellito. Going to be her 3rd team foul, or her 3rd personal foul, I should say. So Beach heads to the free throw line for her and one attempt. As Jacobs and Schneider both come back into the ball game. Babcock and Hoover take a seat as the Beach hits that one. She now has 12. And the Lady Panthers lead by 19, 49-30 with 1:40 left to go in this girls consolation semifinals matchup. Renner passes it ahead now to Coleman. Over to Booker at the left wing. Down the left corner to Renner. She'll jack up the 3 from there. No good. Rebounded by Jacobs. And going to have a jump ball called. It will be Phillipsburg basketball. 1.5 left to play. Kristen Wells comes back in. And Maya McDonald coming into the ball game. 5'4" senior. She comes in for the first time. Kylie Soliday takes a seat. And Alexi Beach takes a seat. Looks like into the game for the Lady Plainsmen is Danae Larshis. Also into the game is Suzanne Corbett. She's a 5'4" sophomore, and Larshis is a 5'5" sophomore. Lady Panther basketball, just under 1.5 left to play in the game. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers lead it by 19, 49-30. They get it inside for Jacobs. Left block up, no good. It rattles out. Rebound tracked down by the Lady Plainsmen. They hand it off to Renner. Renner brings it across the timeline with 1:10 left to play. The Lady Panthers of Phillipsburg lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 49-30. It is Tegan Schmidt with it. They swing it back around now to Larshis. She kicks it down to the right corner to Renner. Renner can't track it down. Out of bounds it goes, and it will be Phillipsburg Lady Panther basketball. 59 seconds left to play. The Lady Panthers lead it by 19, 49-30. The winner takes on the winner of Ellis and Plainville in the 5th place game. The loser takes on the loser of that game in the 7th place game. Schneider has it. Hook shot inside, and no good. Too hard off the back of the iron. Gets her own rebound, though. Put back by Schneider. No good again. This time put back by Jacobs is. Jacobs ties her season high with 7. As she had 7 against Hill City before Christmas break. 7 tonight for Meredith Jacobs. And the Lady Panthers lead it by 21, 51-30. Just under 30 seconds left to play. So the Lady Panthers going to move on into the 5th place game where they will take on the winner of Ellis and Plainville. As they were looking for Renner again on the right side. Renner couldn't track it down. Out of bounds it goes. The Lady Panther basketball with 21 seconds left to play in this girls consolation semifinals matchup. Skimper brings it up ahead to Wells left wing. Wells looks inside for Schneider. Back out to Skimper, top of the key. Back to Wells left wing. Back to Skimper out front. Now to McDonald right wing. Back to Skimper between the circles with 8 seconds left. Now to Wells left wing. Wells on the dribble. Back out front to Skimper between the circles. Back to Wells left wing. To Schneider left baseline. And that's going to do it. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers win it 51-30. The Phillipsburg Lady Panthers only allowed 3 points in that 4th quarter. And they move on to the 5th place game where they will take on the winner of Ellis and Plainville. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this as you're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.